Gamer.
Oh, welcome YouTube peeps, Marvin here. I've just replaced me mollusk in France, and I'm going to do a little bit of testing here. I'm going to show you, there's a lot of people that don't really know how to do this. Now, I'm going to show you how you can do it, how it can be done, and yes, right, okay. We're going to start here because this is the most difficult place to fish. I'm going to pop up the map and show you where I am. So this is the most difficult place to fish, and I'll tell you why, guys. It's only 1.5 meters deep, so that's shallow. Okay, so if we get out our spinning rod, okay, and we're going to use top water. Top water is quite easy, okay, because it's going along the top. Okay, so if we cast that out there now, I'm doing it at night time so I don't get bugged with fish. Now, you cast it out there, but you really want to do it at 30. 30 or 28. Okay, and I'll tell you why. There are some fish that don't swim, real fish, because this lure here is acting like a little fish. And we can see it. It's wiggling and wobbling around on the top, and it's called the Top Walker, and it's of the Wobbler series. So it wobbles around on the top of the water. Okay, that's great, because this is quite shallow here, and you're going to get pond trout here anyway. So let's move on. Now, if we move on to the jig head series, if we use a jig head number 1, and we put a twisted gnar Mark 2 on, it's unbalanced. Okay, if we put a jig head 1 on, it's still unbalanced. So I don't understand that. Hang on, let me have a look. Let me have a look at this. These are offsets. These are for the brushes. Let's put a 2 on then, and then let's put a twisted gnar. Right, well, we'll do it. It's a bit now. I'm going to go in here. White is balanced. Orange is unbalanced. Red is bad. Red means if anything does bite on it, it's got a likelihood of breaking your leader. And if you haven't got a leader, it could break your reel. And there consequently could break your line, your rod as well. So bear that in mind, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this a little bit quicker now because this is going to sink. So if we do that and cast out that way, okay, it's hit bottom now. So we can then reel in and twitch. Now you can twitch up or you can twitch to the side. Now, can you see those 3 little diamonds that are on the side, triangles? If you're getting that, it means you're getting a good present. However, we are hitting bottom. So I would say, if you're going to fish in here for the black bass, I'd do top water. Let me get this in, and I'll show you top. So you want to take the jig head off. You want to go into the lures, and you want to go into the Asp Mark II. Okay? The Asp Mark II, if we get that and we cast it out there, if I cast out and follow it, okay, it's on the top. Can you see that splash? So that splash means I'm doing okay. And plus I'm getting popping with the 3 little triangles on the side. Okay, so I'm getting a good percent. And as I say, I'm doing it at night time because I know that there's not going to be much fish activated here. And they're not going to grab it. Now, I'm going to give you pearls. Okay. Bottom fishing with a bottom rod. Okay. Let me put that down. Bottom fishing with a bottom rod is exactly what it says on the tin. If we go into the setup, we're going to be using a sinker. We don't have to use any bait. But if we were going to use a basket, that would help. And then we can put the bait on. Okay. And then we put the line on. This is going to go on the bottom. Okay. Now the basket, the water will basically deteriorate the feed into the water and will attract the fish. So it may seem. But I do one or two things, guys. I'm going to give you loads and loads of information. You're going to have to watch this back again. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a sinker on. Okay. I'm not going to put no feed on. And then I'm going to fish out there. Okay. And I'm also going to give you as well, you can, if you got VIP, note how deep it is. Okay. You can put a marker on. So that one is 2.6. If we go out to the blue area, look, it's 3.5. So really, we want to go out to that blue area. So let's do a full cast. That's in the 3 meter area. Okay, now you're going to say, well, there's no feed on the line, Marvin. There's no feed on the line. If I use a cork rod or a match rod, okay, and I've got feed on the line, all I've got to do is cast out to that area. Okay, and then all I've got to do, if you've got the feed on the line, which is here, all I've got to do is look at that waggler and push 0. That now has fed that area. Okay? And then all we do is either spin fish or whatever. Now, okay, we're going to go to cork rods now. We've done spinning. We've done bottom. Let's do cork rods and let's do match rods. I've got a waggler here, which is a distance. Okay, I'm going to put a heavier bait on. So I'm going to put that on there. Right, now we're going to check it. It's still unbalanced. Let's do that again. Let's put a heavier. Now, this will tell you how heavy the bait is. So 0.7 grams. Okay, 0.7 grams. Let's go down to the boilies. 6 grams. So let's put a strawberry boilie on. It's balanced, which is white. Okay, now we all know, if we bring up the map, in this area it's 2.6. Now I don't really want to fish on the bottom, so I'm going to push the R key and I'm going to go to 2 meters or there or thereabouts. So I'm going to go 2.1. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast it out by doing a full cast. Okay. That waggler was just tilted up. Now, if that line or leader from the waggler hit bottom, that waggler would fall over. Okay. So we know if it says hitting bottom, because it will tell you if the bait is on the bottom, because it will say bait hit bottom. Okay. Then all you do is bring the rod in, bring it up a bit, throw it back out again. Okay, now, I want to target that area because I've caught some fish, and there's probably about 2 or 3 in a school. And I want to target that area again. So if I push the X key, clip on. It's put a clip on at 24 meters. So no matter how, I've got to cast in that area. Because if I don't cast in the area, it's not going to work. But no matter how much I power cast or cast, full cast, power cast, it's always going to hit 24 meters. Now, do not hold that X key down because that will cut the line. Okay? Now, if you want to reset the clip, all you do is push the X key again. Clip off. And it takes the clip off. So there you go, guys. That is it in a nutshell. That is how to spin. That is how to bottom feed. And that is how to cork feed. So, if this was helpful to you guys, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you very, very soon. Take care. Happy fishing.